Really? Someone thinks they can compete with my prices? Da hast du dich aber wirklich geschnitten, mein Schatz. I will slash my prices and knock your profit margins down, so customers are going to flock to me. Also mach dich bereit, because things are about to get real tough, mein Liebes.
Okay, somebody's a little upset at what I do for her. Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to Big Ambitions. I hope you're having a great day today. Apparently, Ingrid's a little bit upset, huh? Not sure what's going on with her. So let's take a look. So Ingrid's income is dropping. Big surprise there. Oh no. And active rival tax. It looks like she's got two things here. This is the standard like ongoing rivalry is going, and then there's now this price reduction. 5 days left. Ingrid has lowered their prices on your best-selling products to steal your customers. That's what I was doing. She's just stealing my ideas now. Soda cans, ice cream apparently is one of my higher-selling products. Didn't know that. Burgers and cupcakes. All right, so first thing we're gonna do is take a look and just see how bad that really is. We'll go to Dunkin' on you. And I'm going to talk about cleaning and stuff today, too. So I have two different methods and two different arrangements for how employees clean. I have one that I feel is best, and I have one that some commenters have felt that was best. I want to take a look and see what that is and how these things have changed from the previous playlist we have and the new one here. This new update and stuff has rebalanced a lot of things compared to before, and cleaning is one of those things. But inventory. Okay, so she has knocked down the price of ice cream to just over $2. Fine. $1.99. Suck it. $1.68 for a can of soda. Wow, that is pretty cheap. How about $1.49? Oh, I'm really driving prices down on her. I'm doing it. $1.99 there too on donuts. That's fine. What else you got? Cupcakes. Ooh, man. $1.81 on a cupcake. How about $1.49? What you gonna do about it, Ingrid? What you gonna do? Now, we only need to worry about the stuff that is in the garment district because she's not going to impact other pricing. So you can see that Manhattan, Fast and Fresh Manhattan, like there's some minor changes I can make here, I guess, like $6.19, and I can bring this down to like say $29 or something. Like I can lower this a little bit lower than everybody else's just to kind of stay the cheapest in town kind of thing, right? But other than that, yeah, I think I don't really need to do much there. But if I take a look at Fast and Fresh that's in the garment district, this one probably is significantly different. So yeah, burgers have come down $7.24. She cut the price of burgers in half. $6.99. That's fine with me. Ice cream is at $1.99. Yep, I already did that. That's my price. And then we'll do $1.49 for the cans of soda. Whoops, that's not what I wanted. $1.49. There we go. Pizza, we can bring that down to 21. Let's go $22. And then French fries are just like a little bit more expensive, so we'll just say $39. Okay. So I have now responded by lowering them even further. And the thing is, she's going to do this for 5 days. When the 5 days are up, I'm just going to leave them. Like, whatever. This is war, right? She wants to come at me now, huh? It's me. I started it, right? Oh my gosh. All right. A couple of things I want to do. First, I'm going to call Anderson. Let's call Anderson Recruitment. Also, I've had comments about the music being too loud for people. I didn't think that was the case, but you know what? I'll make sure just to keep it down a little bit more for you guys. That's fine. Yeah, we'll just do that. And I want to call Anderson. Now, I'm going to call these guys not because I don't feel I need this, but I'm going to do it anyway just to take care of it. We're going to hire some cleaners. You never need, I'm putting my foot down on this. I'm going to die on this hill. You never need full-time cleaners in this game unless they are working an office job. That's it. Part-time cleaners are acceptable because they have high cleaning skill. But I would argue still you do not need them. I'm going to find a few of them and hire them, but I don't think you really need them. And I'll show you why. So we're just gonna have them on the docket here for now. If I take a look at my businesses, We're looking at a few different examples. So the Grift is a very new store. It's only been operational for a day. It doesn't have a full staff yet. That's kind of with the hours that I'm looking for and everything. So take it for a grain of salt. But I've employed one method here, which is to have somebody at the end of the day cleaning, or at the beginning of the day cleaning, and not worrying about it during hours. Okay. I've had quite a few people tell me all you need to do is stick people at the end after hours and it'll be clean every day. That used to be true. That's not necessarily true now. There's a really important factor that I think some people are missing, and that is the cleaning skill matters. The skill matters a ton. So Margaret, for example, here has a 9% cleaning skill. What she could do in an hour is 9% of what someone with 100% cleaning skill could do in an hour. So she needs to work like almost 10 hours on cleaning to have the same progress as someone with 100%. That's how I understand it. It might not be that exact ratio, but the point here, the overarching point here is the cleaning skill matters a lot more than the time that they do it. So here, 16%, 9%, right? There's not a whole lot I can do to keep this place clean without employing the way I like to do it, which is to have everybody go clean after their shift is done. That's how I like to do it. So Char's Fast and Fresh has been established this way since the beginning, and it works quite well. Right now it's 10 a.m. Okay, I want to show an example of this. So right now it's 10 a.m. and the cleanliness of the store is at 80%. This is because the store opened at 7. It's gone 3 hours and no one has cleaned yet because no one's shift is over, right? I don't have a dedicated cleaner, so people just clean after their shift is done. Ray will clean as soon as his shift is done. Margie will clean as soon as her shift is done. If I shift to other days, right, we'll start seeing that same thing happen. Ray doesn't clean, but that's because Rosalinda is going to clean right after her shift. Then Margie cleans, and then Kyle cleans. Okay, that kind of stuff has a much bigger effect. And on top of that, these guys are more veteran employees, which means they have been under HR's wing for a little while longer, and so they actually have higher skill levels in cleaning, which has a huge impact. So Ray has a 72% cleaning skill. Rosalinda, 65% cleaning skill, 61, 59. These are much more effective cleaners than a brand new employee would be, right? You know, so you can kind of see their tenure based on how their skill level is, right? And so that's what we're going to have there. Now, if I go to like Duncan on you, for example, take a look at this schedule. They just clean at the end of their shift. Big deal, right? They just clean at the end of the day. Sorry, one person at the end of the day. But it won't matter as much because the cleaning skill is still low. So this is where, on a long-term basis, this is how I see this. I always plan games for the long term. I don't plan things for short term. I just never think that way. They also fixed in the latest patch that was yesterday for me, but probably like 4 days for you. The prices in the store are now matching the online catalog. So that's been fixed. Thanks, Jonas. Appreciate that. That's been fixed. It wasn't a problem that everyone was having. Apparently, it was not a problem that, it was only a problem that only some of us were having. Weird. Anyway, that's fixed now, so that's cool. And I'm going to go over and get the corner pieces, I think, from Ica. Because I don't have to overpay. I can get those now. But in any case, I think a lot of you think short term. And so you think of what's going to happen now as opposed to... I turned on the wrong... Yep, that was the wrong turn. As opposed to what's going to happen long term. So mine on this is not hiring dedicated cleaners. I look at this as this employee in 10 days, 15 days, 20 days, they're going to have 100% cleaning skill anyway. There's no reason to hire someone today to replace the employees that are going to be just as good as they are tomorrow, right? And so I like to just say, okay, my customer service agents, they're going to have good cleaning skills and they can just do it at the end of their shift. That's less people to insure, less employees to deal with, scheduling, less HR managers to deal with, because the more people you hire, the more HR you need as well, which means your HQ needs to be bigger, which potentially means you need a bigger building and you had to deal with more desks, you have to buy more computers, etc., all those things, right? Everything gets more complicated the bigger you get. Not necessarily for the player because it's being handled by pixels on the screen, but in any organization, the bigger you get, the more it's always going to be more expensive. Everything gets more expensive then. So yeah, I'm gonna get 3 corners because I'm pretty sure I need one for Duncan too. And then let's get like one extra one with doors here. I think that's kind of all I need. Maybe we'll grab a television just for the sake of, yeah, just for the decoration's sake. And then I don't think I need any of the rugs, the shelves, the speakers. Nah. I don't think I need anything else. We're just going to go this way. So anyway, that's my position on it. It took me forever to say it, and I'm sorry about that. But my position on it is, I think if some of you guys thought more long-term, you'd realize that some of the stuff I do will begin to make sense. And this is the way it is for almost every game I play. When I do something that's like, why not just do it this way? You're very likely right. All right, it's possible that you're right, but if you think about it from a decision of long term, if you think about it like, okay, what is this going to be like today? It's not that effective. Is it more effective tomorrow? Is it more effective next week? Is it more effective next year? Right? That's where my head is always. And in case you're curious, I have done this already. Obviously, you can sell any product in any store. You don't have to worry about. Like any retail store, you can sell any retail product, basically. You're not going to be able to do web design services in a law firm, but you can sell jewelry, for example, in a gift shop. So we've already sold 1 cheap jewelry, as you can see. And we've sold now 2 expensive jewelry, 3 expensive. So 5 expensive jewelry has been sold. That's crazy. People like expensive jewelry. They got a high demand in this area. Nobody's selling it, so it makes sense. We're going to be able to do that. The grift is dirty. It needs to be cleaned, right? Because I haven't gotten my staff like fully outfitted yet. It's the first day. Well, it's the second day, I guess. But I can clean it myself. That's fine. I got to see what's going to happen with Ingrid here. I want to know whether or not she's going to... Like, how does she respond to the fact that I've lowered my prices even lower? And I'm hitting her on all of her prices. So I imagine her profits are going to tank. So I'm going to like do an all-out assault on Ingrid and probably just try to eliminate her from the equation. And then I can get a really firm grasp on the grift, or on the garment district, sorry. And then once I get a really good grasp on the garment district, I have more resilience against the others. Because I feel like, you know, if I go into Midtown right now, you know, the top dog who's making like $5 million a week, like I have no power over him, right? There's nothing I can do to him. So I'm going to have a hard time competing with him if I try to push my way in there. And Thierry, or whatever his name is, I don't know how you say his name in French, but his name or his market in Murray Hill, for example, I don't really want to piss him off right now because that would be also difficult to handle. But I'm thinking he's next because we're in his market already. So I've continued decorating Duncan on you. And, you know, interior stuff. I'm just trying to make the plants stick out a bit more, right? I guess I'll just go with white pots on these, though. Just not the gray, but like a bright white. That's fine. This little thing here has no options. The planters, we can go like a pink. And now I think I'm using... Sure, probably shouldn't have done that then. I think I'm using the wrong color pink. It kind of just depends on the light because everything looks different in the light, right? But I think if I try to use this... I don't know, just a slightly different color pink here. I wish there was a color picker tool that I could use. You can hold Alt, but all that does is give you the colors of the item currently, which is helpful if you want it to match another item. But unfortunately, it doesn't give me a color like that I can use on the tables, for example. Right? It sets this color, but it doesn't give me a color I can use on the tables as far as I can tell. So like I want to use this, and then I want to come over here, and then I want to be able to like select that specific color, but it doesn't look like I can do that. So we're going to say that maybe this is a little bit more gentle as a color, and we could maybe get that one used. Oh, did I put it? I should be like right here. Am I not changing it? Wait. Oh, it's the one behind it. There it is. Yeah, just like a little lighter, you know, it doesn't need to be so intense kind of thing, right? I'm thinking that's kind of where I want to be on this. So I'll pay the extra to do that again, I guess. There we go. I already paid $70 for each one of these before. I guess we're going slightly higher there. Over here as well, we want to take the colors. Yeah. Yeah. Just like a more gentle pink. It's not so in your face. That's fine. Right here and then right there. They pretty much got all of it, I think. Maybe even I could do the flower pots now that they're... I still like those to be white. Okay. So, store's been redesigned, right? We've got this little shop divider here. And that should get these guys standing in line behind each other. And it should spread them out to where they, you know, will stand in the correct line and get on the right side of the divider and stuff for that. So it should be less, a little more organized is what I mean to say on that. And then that's it. That's all done there. So I'm going to go, I don't know, I think I'm going to just go home, I suppose. We did get the cleaners all assigned to the jobs and stuff. So, you know, cleaners, the recruits for the cleaners and stuff came in, right? And then talked about the wages and everything. Well, I got them on schedules and, you know, nothing's dirty anymore. So there's that. As far as different candidates go, we have a security guard we found, another headhunter potentially, and then a cleaner. Both of my headhunters are currently looking for just customer service people. I want to have a good amount of them just kind of there. Oh, look, the best man. I actually have I have a bunch of art for Char's Fast and Fresh. I don't have any art for Best Man, which makes sense because I've been saying I'm not necessarily sold on the name just yet. Also, I've been said, why don't you just pay for parking? You're rich. $15 per hour is what that is, or free. So it does make a difference, all right? I mean, if I'm gonna go sleep, you know, if I'm going into my apartment to, you know, watch television and work out and like do all those types of things, and I come back out 10 hours later, that's just $150 for no reason, you know? So I'm just gonna, work on my happiness here real quick, and we'll see how the business is doing a couple of days. And if you're curious on what our profits are like, actually, why don't we just show you that right now, right? Let's just read a book for a little bit. That could be helpful for my happiness long term. Let's go ahead and grab this Scorpio Gaming here. We're out of donuts. We're selling a lot more than expected, I gotta tell you. Let's go over to our logistics manager here, and I'm just gonna bump up the supply on donuts. We're gonna put 1,000 in storage here. I've got plenty of storage space. I don't have to min-max this. I don't have to be just in time or anything on it. You know, we can just put whatever we want in here. It doesn't have to be, you know, a scientific thing with math or anything. Expensive jewelry is fine. This is enough for each case to be full, is all that is. We're never going to sell that much, so it kind of doesn't matter. We're never going to sell 100 expensive jewelry in a day, not unless there's like some crazy market thing that happens. So we're just going to do that, and done. So profits today are 58K. Now, that might seem lower than usual, and it is, because our prices had to be severely lowered to combat Ingrid, right? But remember, we're also paying off a loan, and I elected to pay $10,000 every day on this loan to help pay it down faster. So that's part of that loan is included in this. Loans is at $10,500 because we have a payment over here too. So yeah, like that's a part of this as well. And, you know, so our profits could be a lot higher if I wasn't paying that loan, but I really do want to pay that loan. Looks like the best man's going to run out of paper bags. I don't know if I actually told them to bring anything to the best man. Paper bags, I mean, I don't think I did that. Like logistics managers. Best man, did I ever tell you to bring bags? I didn't. It just never was something that was on my mind. Okay, we'll keep... I have tons of storage space over there, right? So we'll just keep 2,000 in stock, and we'll put 1,000 in the hair care products. It's fine. Okay, so it's day 82, and our profits have, you know, kind of tanked on a couple of our businesses, but we're still at 426 per week right now, which feels pretty good. And our other businesses that are not being affected by Ingrid are picking up the slack. In addition to that, because we've lowered prices and we're still the lowest game in town as far as, you know, race to the bottom right on pricing, we've been able to sell a lot more inventory, which is just simply, you know, even though our margins are lower, our profits are higher. And so I'm actually rising. And if we take a look at our competition, Ingrid, well, it's kind of the other direction, isn't it? Yeah, it is. So we are almost there. And I would like to get above her pretty quickly. I would love that. And I'm doing this right now without even any advertising. No advertising at all. And on top of that, I'm doing it in kind of poor hours. I want to open earlier, okay? So I need to go into the schedule for this business. And this will be like, you know, obvious. This is a nail in the coffin right here, right? We're going to take this business, currently open from 7 to 6. If we take a look at how our business does during these periods of time, like, yeah, I mean, I guess we're making some money at 5 right here. We could see maybe, you know, open later could be a thing, but definitely opening earlier would help because we are at peak customer at 7 o'clock. So what I want to do is extend hours. So I'm going to extend hours all the way to 4 a.m. just to see how that works for us and actually go all the way from 4 to 8. Now that means I'm going to need a lot more people here, and I need to also autofill the schedules and everything. I need a lot more people here. So I have headhunters, right? They've all been searching for customer service people, and they're finding some pretty good ones. There are part-time and full-time people. I'm looking for like a really good full-time person, and most of the 90 percentiles are going to be a part-time because I messed it up. So I went over to the headhunters. I have these backwards, and I guess I just never stopped it. So this is the skill level 89 to 100, you know, at the salary range. But I'm having them look for both part-time and full-time, right? And then Roy Manfredi here, he's been looking, he's done now apparently because he found the limit. But he's been looking for the mid-tier and not part-time. So basically all of my really good people are that way. So I'm going to have him come up, and we're going to hire good people, I think, right away. Although it is still probably cheaper to have HR train them. But I want good people. And we'll use the rest of your RP points on saying like no weekends. Get rid of that one. Let's get rid of 4 days a week. And let's get rid of no evening shifts. Oh, definitely get rid of no morning shifts. Actually, let's do that instead. We can't have people who don't want mornings working at a donut or a coffee shop, right? We just can't have that. So we're going to do that. And then I think the no afternoons is a good thing to disallow too. Let's just go ahead and do this. I don't want people governing when I can staff them. So we'll get the headhunter to do that. And then amount of candidates is at 4. We're going to put you at 10. I guess that's probably fine. And then you're actually not doing an amount. So, I mean, I guess that's kind of okay. We could just have you doing it continuously. But I don't know if there's a practical difference between having them stop or not, because these guys last like 5 or 6 days, you know, in a cycle. So like all your candidates like 5 days to expire, 6 days, 7 days to expire. So anyway, I'm looking for full time, and I'm looking for 93 is pretty good. So they want 4 days a week and no weekends. That's why we disallowed that, right? That's why we took care of that. This is a full time gold health insurance, silver health insurance at 4 days a week. That's not great. I'm gonna get rid of you. Giving you good health insurance, but you don't want to. Oh, this is a good one. But you're part time. But that's okay. We'll get you. You're gonna be hired to Duncan on you for 34 an hour. There you go. And then I think this part timer is great too. 4 days a week at part time is easy. That one's gonna work out just fine. So we're gonna put you on Duncan on you as well. Let's see how those part-time workers impact the schedule that we have for every day. So I want every day to be from 4 to 8, and we'll do an autofill really quick and just see how that works. And we can see that the cleaners, they're, you know, working too far. So like, I don't need these cleaners to be, oh, you're not getting 4 days a week? Wait, did the 1, 2, 3, oh, that's weird. Well, it's because you're part-time, and let's put you here. We'll just reduce your hours on a couple of days, I guess. Or I just hire more people. I mean, that's the way to do it too, I guess. So just get a full-timer. You can take a 52% is fine. Like we're going to train them anyway. So bronze health insurance is fine. As long as you're full-time, I'm okay with your health insurance. I don't like providing insurance for part-time workers. I just don't, because it's like you're not really working a whole lot of hours, and I'm still paying the exact same daily rate for your insurance. Okay, so just like work more hours and I'll give you the insurance. Part-time, peaceful, no weekends. We can accommodate that. All right, Duncan on you. We're gonna have that happen too. Real quick, I need to go in and make sure that they all have their proper uniforms and stuff too. So Duncan, Duncan, here we go, and Duncan. Okay, we're now open from 4 to 8 at Duncan on You. And we've got cleaners, the part-time cleaners there. There are 2 part-time cleaners. I mean, technically, I know I said I never hire full-time cleaners, but I mean, technically I could have gotten away with that. It's like, I think what it really is like before cleaning was easier and it was faster. And now everything's been rebalanced, right? And so I think that's probably what it is. The thing is, though, like I could probably, again, get away with just having one of them at this business and then one of them at another business and then only having them work like 5 hours a day. I could do that and it would probably be fine. Our clean score or our cleanliness score probably wouldn't be 100 necessarily, but it would be satisfactory. It would be in the high 80s, low 90s or whatever from doing that. So I think that's overall my point. There's an awful lot of things out there that maybe, you know, are not 100% efficient, but in the grand macro scheme of things, really doesn't matter a whole lot. Next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to have to actually have time pass for a little bit before I can do it because we're going to get some marketing going for the donut shop too. I'm going to really drill it home to Ingrid. And then I want to open up another business now too. And so I'm looking at market demands for this area, and it's really kind of all the stuff I've already have. But Martini is at 72, Margarita's at 71, and oh, I thought the other things were there. Oh, somebody open up a new nightclub? Because whiskey and stuff is okay. There's 4 businesses, and I think somebody opened it up and they're just not selling these things. Either way, though, I think I could just open up another restaurant, probably another chicken kebab skewer, hot dogs, right? French fries. We can sell donuts there too, maybe pizza. Like all this stuff is still in high demand in this market. So Char's Fast and Fresh, right? That's on 4th Avenue. It doesn't have anything to do with 5th Avenue. And again, the demand for this stuff is still high. So I'm going to open up another one on 5th Avenue in the Garment District. I'm just going to capitalize on this. We're going to do it. I mean, if she can open like five cups, like 5 coffee shops, I can do the same. So we're going to call this Char's F and F. I'm going to say Garment. Do I want to say Garment District? Maybe just GD. We'll keep to the same convention here. Garment is fine. And let's put a 2 at it, just so I know, because it's the second one in the district. We're just gonna do that. So all the same stuff. All I want to do now is I just need to go over to furniture places and stuff and make sure that we get all the proper fixings, right? I need to make sure I get let's see, I'm on 4th Avenue, right? So I need to actually back up. Yeah. I need like the grill and all that stuff. And I think adding coffee is kind of a risk right now, to be honest, because of the price war with it. But adding coffee could be a good idea to our fast food places too. I think we can probably do some really good stuff there if we want to. So anyway, yeah, it's 8 o'clock. There it is. Let's go ahead and call our friendly neighborhood marketing agency. We'll try McCain's e-marketing. We may not need a whole lot of marketing to get this over the mark. What I want to do is get marketing for Duncan on You. Large internet campaign is $500, and I want to see whether or not that's enough. So that takes marketing to 27%. Okay. So based on what I'm seeing there, I think I'm going to need a city ads. Right? We're going to need city ads, and I'm thinking probably a small billboard at this point would probably be enough to tip it over from that. Small billboard is another $500. Ooh. I don't know about that, man. Maybe the medium billboard instead. Billboards are pretty good, though. $2,500? Ugh. Let's try... I want to get 100%, but I want to do so as cheaply as possible because Duncan on You is not going to make any money. Like the profit margins on that are so small right now that it's not going to make any money. So let's say 500 here. And we'll go back and check what a billboard did to it. Okay, brought it up to 71. Good. Let's go to the marketing tab. We're going to open up another... We're going to go back to McCain's. And we're going to say we want a medium internet campaign. That's for another 250. And I think that's probably all we need. 89%. All right, we might as well, right? Let's just get that small internet campaign and call it good. I think probably one medium billboard would have taken care of the whole thing, but that's also $2,500, and we don't need to spend that much. So now our marketing budget is smaller than 2,500, but 98. 98 is good enough, you know. But our total marketing budget right now is 1,350, as opposed to 2,500. I think one medium billboard was totally taking care of it. Speaking of which, why don't we go ahead and do the same thing for our, actually the grift, right? I think the grift could use it too. So let's try this with the grift too, because grift actually sells quite a bit. Large internet campaign, we want that. And let's just do the same thing. We'll say not dunking on you, the grift. We'll do medium, and we'll also open up a small one just to see what that gets us. So all the internet campaigns on the grift, that gets us to 53%. All right. So city ads will bump us over with a small billboard, I believe anyway. The grift, small billboard, go. And that should get us where we need to be. 98%, close enough. Everything is close enough. All right. So that gets us the marketing I need. It's Friday, so I needed to do that now since I can't do it on the weekends. It'll be in place, and then we're just going to wreck. I mean, we're just going to wreck Ingrid, right? Our where's our inventory? Just want to make sure we're still the lowest price in town. We totally are. We're not able to make much. Take a look at the economy really quick here. This is obviously not something that's open, so it doesn't matter. This building here has been draining us for $74 every day because I'm renting it but not doing anything with it. But you see, dunking on you, the profits are only $2,000. I mean, they are, at one point it was even less than $1,000. But it's okay. Char's Fast and Fresh Manhattan's making up for it. Best Man's making up for it. Even Char Shack, the original Char Shack's coming in big at over 10K. That's pretty good. Yeah, what does Char Shack have as far as marketing right now? Wait. Char Shack, what do you have for marketing? 80%? We're even getting more than, like, we never have more than 2 customers in the store at a time. It just doesn't happen. I'm selling Zonoman phones. I'm selling both phones, both smartwatches, and both headphones. All 6 product types in the store. And they're just never getting more than 2, which is fine. As long as you know how many customers you can get and you're having high-end, like high-margin stuff, then you're fine. Like if you're making more money per product sold, then you don't need to sell as many products, right? That makes sense, I think, to very much everybody. Beep. Hey, guys. So I filled my warehouse. All of my importers are complaining that there's no pallet shelves available for stuff now. So I guess that's going to be my day today. This is the Saturday, right? We got to come in and do things on Saturdays too. And my day on Saturday is going to be spending a whole lot of money on pallet shelves. Now, however, we do... Whoops. I can't run away. I actually kind of wish you could walk out the door with it. And then you get... Like, the police will chase after you and all that. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't need police chases. I just want them to, like, show up at my business or at my house. And then just, like, dish me a huge fine. Because I walked out the door and didn't come back and pay. You know? I don't know. Apparently, I just like pain. I've been telling a couple people that there's been a few people that have like, I wish vehicle damage can be turned off. I don't like this. It's annoying. And, you know, this is one of those like to each his own things. But I really like the damage. In fact, I wish the damage was even worse. I want to crank it up to 1,000%. That way, there's a real penalty for just blazing through a red light and T-boning a semi-truck. The other thing, which I know that's not going to happen at all. The other thing I kind of wanted to have is I want there to be fines. Don't make them die, okay? But I kind of want there to be fines for hitting pedestrians. I think that's really how you can balance everything in this game, you know? Anything that you do that's illegal or that's generally bad, you know, we just make it to where you just get fined a lot of money when you do them. And I don't know if Jonas is planning on putting in law enforcement or anything like that. I don't know if that's even on the schedule. But if it is, I welcome it. Because that's just the kind of masochist I am, I guess. But I also welcome it with a toggle, right? That's the thing. Like, I feel like especially with accessibility, right? Got a couple members of my community that are, I guess you could say, yeah, they're in a way they're disabled, right? And you know, they can't see very well, they can't hear very well. One person I'm thinking of, they have less motor function, right? So clicking the mouse and stuff and moving it into position is a little complicated. And there's just you know, there's a lot of opportunities there to make games a bit more accessible for everybody else, and accessibility options are huge. I know that I think it's after the next update is what he was saying. Anything I say here, don't quote me on it, okay? Don't say that this is law. All right, this is just me passively, without a great memory, relaying some information. But accessibility features and expanding accessibility is definitely something that they are aware of, and they are going to work on in the future. They're working on something else right now, like expanding features and stability and all that stuff. But they're gonna hit that, okay? Things like being able to turn off the traffic, or being able to turn off damage and stuff. That stuff's gonna happen, all right? Or at least it's something that's known, something that is that they are aware people want. All right then. So I have, I think, pretty much everything I need to get the new Chars Fast and Fresh going. I think I bought too many tables, so I kind of have to take some stuff out of here. This is kind of what happens. We'll just use it later. But we've got enough cabinets, I think, to make the stuff work the way we want. And I'm going to rearrange this area a little bit differently this time. Just put the ice cream on this side. Otherwise, pretty much everything is going to be the same. I just have a couple of extra cabinets to put over here so that I have them for the grills. And I like how when I buy them from AHAs, they're black and white, which is kind of what I wanted. But when I buy them from Ica, they're this color. They're just not consistent, which is fine. Honestly, I kind of like that idea. Knowing which color I want and where I got to buy them from is cool. But I also get a different color if I order them online. So I don't know which one to pick, man. All right, so we're going to put this stuff over. I want to maybe condense this just a little bit more so that I have more room for everything. So hot dog grill goes there. Industrial grill there. I'm going to need 4 industrial grills. Where'd my other industrial grills go? I thought I ordered 4 of these things. Oh, they're probably right here. Yep, there they are. Pop them in here. All right, there we go. And we got one more there. Put one there. And I think that it's not exactly the same, but it's pretty much the same as the other restaurant, with the exception of not having a corner piece here. And I can just take this corner and I'll just use this corner instead. So I think it's like, which corner, which side is it? Right here. Yep, right there. And then, you know, all this stuff just kind of goes up against like this. There we go. And then maybe this piece here needs to rotate. Nope, that's actually correct already. All right, cool. It's actually okay, that's the end left. It's supposed to be on this side. Yeah. All right, no problem. We're just going to shift these over anyway, so whatever. So this will be on this side over here, and then this will be on this side over like that. There we go. All right, now I can redo all the colors and everything, but we'll have the counters be about like this. No big deal. I'll take all these different chairs. There's another table here. I just got to take all this stuff and just kind of, you know, pack it up. Oh, I can't actually do that. All right, you know what? That's fine. That thing will despawn in a second. I just need to pack up the extra chairs and tables and stuff. And I'm just going to put it inside the none of it. And I don't need it. You know, there's already 3 booths here, and I just have too many tables. I don't know. Maybe I'll get another booth right here. All right, I made $95,000 yesterday, and that is including the $10,000 loan payment, and that's with all my prices suppressed. So I'm thinking, yep, it just happened. I just went ahead of Ingrid. There it is. I'm above Ingrid now by 10K, a little over 10K. My line is starting to go more vertical. Hers is, well, it's all part of the plan. I've cut her revenue by 20%. That's pretty sweet. Okay, so and I haven't even opened up this store yet, but I'm about to. So we have the new Fast and Fresh, the second Fast and Fresh. We have everything stocked and ready to go. I believe everything should be delivered. Yep, all the stock is good. So now the only thing left to do is get my prices in order. And she has actually stopped lowering her prices now. She's stopped doing it. So, I mean, I could just turn the stuff back on. But if I do that, then she'll make more money. And I don't want her to make more money. So we're going to leave the prices suppressed. Yep, because I know we can make money doing it. So I'm going to say $1.99 for everything there. All the prices seem good. This is in line with my other store. And we're just going to sell it for these low prices and keep her down, just completely attacking her until she's no more, until she's goes out of business and stuff. And then we can jack the prices back up if we want to. Okay, so I need to hire some people. I haven't done any of that yet, but we have a 100% customer service person right here. Joe Rose just doesn't want to be on the weekends, no cleaning shifts, etc. That's fine. You're on Fast and Fresh Garment 2. Go. We have David White. You are good. No weekends. Okay, we're going to have to make sure we get some weekend people here. Go. Let's take you. Peaceful work environment. Gold health insurance. Avoid that if I can. Clean work environment 4 days a week. That's interesting. Okay, we'll try that. Another 95 customer service. I can handle silver. That's fine. Silver's $10 a day per person cheaper. But honestly, I mean, this is a part-time person anyway. I'll take fine. You know what? Gold insurance. If you're going to be full-time and you're also part-time. Never mind. Wait a minute. I thought there wasn't there a full-time person that I just clicked on? Man, I'm terrible. I'm just horrible at reading text on screens. That's just the way it is. It's the act of talking. I think that's what it is. If you have to talk at the same time you read, you just comprehend way less. I think that's got to be what it is. This is a full-time person. She wants silver. That's fine. As long as you're full-time. I just need full-time people. 67, bronze health insurance. We can do that. That's probably good for now. Let's get maybe one cleaner in here. We'll get one cleaner on garment 2. And that's probably good. A lot of those guys have cleaning skills too. So that's probably good. All right, let's take a look at all my new employees. I think the first thing I'll do actually is go into the HR managers and make sure that we get everybody sorted with HR first. There we go. And then we have a silver person, or is it just the gold? We have a silver and a bronze, actually. Okay, so silver, grab you, and bronze, you go to Dolores. Okay, got that taken care of. Next, we'll go over and make sure everybody's in their proper uniform. Everybody gets the Char's Fast and Fresh logo on their shirts. Okay, everybody gets that. Except the cleaning person. They get to have the cleaning outfit, which is basically just all black. Okay, we have that. So next thing is to give them tasks, right? They're already assigned to the businesses and everything. So let's go over to Garment District here, schedule right here. We are going to do this. We are going to open, I think, at 6, and let's be open until 8. You try that out. What's the hours for the other one, actually? So this one's doing pretty well. What are my hours here? 7 to 10, actually. Okay. Interesting. And we only have one person on cash register in that last hour, which is, I think, historically quite fine to do. I don't know. I mean, look, marketing is really helping, but like we're slamming up against our limits here, so I'm liking this. Let's do 7 to 10, honestly. I probably want to start expanding out there and do that anyway. So we'll say 7 to 10 on this restaurant here. That's probably pretty good. And autofill. All right, let's see what we get. So looking pretty good here so far. What we're going to do, though, we need to change up a couple of things. It looks like I'm going to need one more customer service agent, but I could also just do this on a couple of these days. I'm going to need probably one more person on customer service. For the cleaner, we can just do less hours. Do something like this instead, right? And then I'll just kind of adjust this as we go because they want part-time and they're already part-time, but we're just going to adjust them a little bit so that they can work extra days because right now they're not working enough days. But it looks like I'm going to need another cleaner on this anyway. So why don't we find another cleaner? If I don't have one, I'll just poach one. It's fine. The point is the business is going to be open today. Okay, it's Sunday. We're gonna open this up today and we're gonna see what it can do. So Sunday is right here. Nobody's cleaning. That's fine. We're going to do this and we'll just flip it on. There it is. We are selling product. Whoops. Hang on. I think I missed something. Nope. I flipped it on. That's good. We are selling product in the new restaurant. That's what I wanted to make sure I was doing. So real quick, let's head over there. I just hit that person. I'm going to find me $100,000 for hitting a pedestrian. That's a little, I mean, I'd say that's a little harsh, but honestly, that's probably not harsh enough if you want it to be realistic. I don't need it to be realistic. I just want some kind of penalty. 10 grand for hitting a person. I think I like that. 10 grand's acceptable. That's an acceptable fine for hitting a human being with a car. All right, look at this. Everybody's in here. What did that guy just say? Whoa. Okay, I got all the decorations and stuff done, but I want to see what that guy just said. Oh, wow. They're just not in here already. I thought they were supposed to be generated when you... Oh, hang on. I think I know what it is. I know what this is. Undefined stuff, right? We have undefined stuff here. So let's get the burgers. There we go. And the kebabs. The kebab skewer. Oh, man, I have to move. There we go. Kebab. Oh, man, these overlays, I'm telling you. They are still a pain in the ass to deal with. All right. Now we have to go back to our pricing because those are going to be adjusted. Okay, so I just got a text message from Lisa Shockley, and she now wants an executive office desk. So in my office for my HR managers, how I like to do this, and you know, everybody's got their own thing. How I like to do this is I always like to have an extra desk available. And I just recently got another headhunter, so I filled that desk. But I like to have one desk available, and this is the executive desk. It's multi-purpose chair, and there's an executive desk on this. Lisa wants that. And so all I'm going to have to do now is just move her to that desk. And now I've got this extra desk. Okay. So what I'm going to do in my office now is, I can do this on my own time or whatever, but I'm going to go in and get another executive office desk and just have it sitting in there so I can quickly switch these things around. But I like to have an extra desk on there. And there's another reason to do that too, is because it's pretty difficult. And I kind of wish they would, I don't know, maybe refine this system so it's a little easier to tell. Because I've actually had somebody even come into the comments and ask how this works too. You can hover over top of this stuff and it'll tell you what items are attached to it. But in my opinion, this is a really huge waste of space. And I would prefer it if these types of things were listed directly next to this at a glance. And more so, I think like the base stuff is simply just a multi-purpose chair and a standard desk. That's easy. But if you have, let's say, a stump mesh chair, that's a more premium item. It's pretty well known. There aren't that many different chairs in the game. There aren't that many different desks in the game. I would like like an icon, like maybe like a green icon or something right over here next to this thing so that I can see that is a special item. Or maybe if nothing else, just highlighting what these are. Similar to how this is highlighted, or these are different colors, that seemingly random colors. We could do random colors here too, or we could do colors here that signifies what certain desks have. So if a desk is an executive desk, for example, I wouldn't have to go and say, I wonder where that is, right? I could see it's here. And maybe I get an executive logo or an icon or something next to this. I would love it if that was a thing, because that's going to make offices way easier to deal with and moving people around. But for now, you can just hover this and you'll know what it is. So yeah, I like to have an extra desk also because if there's one desk not occupied, I know I can go in, let's say somebody wants a mouse pad. I know I can just go in during business hours, plop the mouse pad down on that extra desk, and I immediately know that in this list, whatever one is not being used, that's the one that has the mouse pad now, and I can just move the employee to that desk instead of trying to figure out which desk she has and just moving the mouse pad around. I've also been doing a little bit of insight, just like paying attention to the details of the businesses and stuff, right? And the best man, name pending, is doing really well, but it can do better and it won't cost us anything. Or at least I don't think it will cost us much. Maybe employees will get upset. I don't know. But if we go to the business manager and go into the best man, you can see that customers right here, we're looking at, we open at 9 and there's hardly anybody here at 9, which is what time it is now. It's hardly anybody here. Then we get a little bit, then we get super busy. And like we're busy, but then we close, right? We're not open long enough. It's because I didn't have enough people. And now I'm starting to get more hairstylists and stuff. And I'm starting to think maybe we could do that. So what I want to do here is we're going to shift the hours to open at noon and stay open till 8. All right. We're going to do that and then autofill those days instead. That gets us, I think, to be in a much better position here. Now I'm going to have to move a couple of these hair wash people. I don't know. I feel like I wish it would take and divide them evenly amongst the stations. That's what I wish it would do, but it doesn't really do that very well. Yeah. And then I'm going to get, I think, just like a couple, I don't know. I think that the advantage of having a cleaner is that the autofill will actually do it, right? Because right now, autofill in schedules, it doesn't handle cleaning. You have to do that manually. So I think there's another advantage to hiring cleaners now. I'm starting to come around, okay, a little bit to this just because of the convenience. It won't necessarily save me any time, but like this person right here, Mark Collins, right? Full time, supposedly. He can't have full time. Why? He's on a register, right? He's on a cash register. Yeah. So what we can do with Mark is we can get him cleaning on the days where he's not on a register. You know, so you can go in and come in. Let's just have you come in like around here. We'll just give you a few hours in the middle of every day that you're not on a register. I think that's probably a good way to go about it because you want to be full-time anyway. So there you go. And then you're on register here. So, you know, we could get somebody else that's not on a register this day. How about Russell? He's part-time, but you know, you get him in cleaning a couple hours here. And, you know, maybe Julie Martin is there, Collins is there. So Sheila, right? Sheila can come in. She likes a clean work environment. So make it so. And then we just get maybe Sheila and Russell both work on this day. They just come in for like a couple hours. They have to stay part-time, but like, you know, we just do something custom like this so where we can have what we need. But yeah, we basically just kind of do this. But if I get a dedicated cleaner, then fine. But by shifting our hours to start at noon and going till 8, what I'm hoping to now see is like we start here, right? Where there's kind of a little bit of a demand, but then we end up here. And I want to see just how long does this last. So that's going to be today. So let's see if that makes a difference, all right? And we'll compare, you know, how much money we made yesterday in this business versus how much money we make today just based on changing hours alone. Let's just take care of our happiness here really quick. We're not quite at 100%. We'll just watch television for, 5 hours or so. See, that made me happy. That's good. Duncan's just, there's so much demand over there that I have to keep raising the stock. It just keeps coming in. It's crazy. It's almost like really cheap prices lead to higher sales volume. I don't know. It's amazing. It's crazy. We are not winning the price war right here, though. It's $2. Let's go 198. 198 for you two. Okay, so I let it run a couple of days here just because I want to kind of move and progress things along. Let's take a look really quick at Duncan on you, and I'm noticing pretty good sales. It's slamming up against the maximum most of the time. It looks like we could maybe get away with being open another hour, but sales do look like they're kind of coming down, so maybe we're all right there for a bit. There's no point in being open this early. There's barely any customers around there, so we're good there. And then it's the best man I wanted to look at. Okay, so I mean, I think this is more customers than before. I think so anyway. Instead of it being down here for 3 hours, it's over here for 2. It does kind of look like we could stay later. We might even be able to stay open later. So we'll have to look at that. How's our prices? Pretty good. All right. I'm fine with those prices. Lots of candidates. Finding new customer service people to be ready to go for any other business we want. There's a whole bunch of them available there. And then we take a look at the Econoview. We made $83,000 today. And that's with the loan, of course, balance there too, ongoing expenses. So the Lower Manhattan one, I've changed the names to just have this parentheses and stuff. Had somebody else in the comments kind of bring up how they do their naming, and they use these parentheses and stuff for locations. I kind of like that. So I'm going to abbreviate them like this now. So it's a pretty good idea. So Char's FNF GD2 there, and then FNF LM. This is Lower Manhattan here. And then the one that doesn't have these abbreviations, that's like the original location. And we're just going to leave that as there's only one location. That's the original. So that's the way it'll go. And there's actually a new location that is opened up now in Murray Hill. It's right over here near Michael Scott's and stuff. Like it's in the roundabout. Okay, so over by the luxury auto place. And this place has a 40 traffic score with a 75%. It's an 75%, 75 people. It's another M1. So, I mean, we could do our jack of all trades store there potentially in Murray Hill because, again, there's a lot of different things. There's the hair care stuff. We're not going to be able to get into that with our jack of all trades store, but we could get the hair care products for sale. For at least we could do that. And then maybe people can buy those. I'm not sure how this works because every time I look at hair care product in my store, it seems like my people, it seems like my hairstylists are the ones that are going over and grabbing this stuff. So I don't know whether or not normal people, like customers, will actually grab this stuff and buy it. But we can ignore all the hair stuff and just focus on all the other stuff that's available here. You know, we could have maybe some chicken kebabs. We could sell some food in there. We did that in the last playlist. We had like a Costco sort of thing in our jack of all trades store where somebody was serving coffee and we had like hot dogs and stuff. We could do that if we want to. We won't sell very many of them, but there's demand there. You know, there's no businesses at all in Murray Hill selling cupcakes and chicken kebab skewers. It's crazy. But we could do that. I mean, we have jewelry that potentially can go in there. Flowers can go in there. We could sell wine there. The different electronic sections, store jewelry. We could have everything, but we just have to pick a store that has a lot of demand. And I think a gift shop is the core category that we would go with that store. We would have cheap gifts, expensive gifts, and then, you know, food items, electronics, flowers, wine, you know, phones. We could do that and just see how well that store does. And it does in this location, right? I think this location is a really good one. We have that one place we've already rented, though, and that's here. And I want to find a solution, find a business idea that could go for this location. So in the next video, we're going to develop this building into something. I don't know. And then we might go ahead and rent this new location here on the roundabout. And we might get going with something over there, too. I still want to do my nightclub idea, but the nightclub is looking less viable. Because if you just take a look at the demands for everything, you kind of have to scroll pretty far before you start getting to alcohol. 58% is martini. I don't think there's anything else. There's nothing else more than 58% here for martini. And then you get down even lower. You got to get 42% for margarita. And then you got to go even lower, all the way down. You 31% beer, 31% whiskey. It's not great for Murray Hill. I think Midtown was a little better the last time I checked. Martini's at 72. But, I mean, it's still not great there. Opening up a nightclub pretty much anywhere right now. It's just not that much in demand. This need is basically filled. So we kind of need to look and focus on opportunities that are the highest demand at the moment. And if we can get to that and we can start pushing into there, into Murray Hill now, I think is probably good. So we'll look at that. I'm gonna take a look at that. So thanks for watching. I appreciate you. I appreciate all you channel members over there on the left. I appreciate all you guys too. You guys are great. It means a lot to me. Quite a few of you have joined lately. It's warming my heart, man. I appreciate you. I'm trying my best to come up with ideas and just the best content I could possibly do and just have a whole lot of fun here. So it's good to know that you guys are having fun too. Thanks for watching. We'll see ya. Bye-bye.